I now need to choose who to help first. Between the lines or housekeeping for hire. We're gonna do... We'll do housekeeping for hire. Because that seems like it's probably the least of the two that's going to be important. They're both going to be important, but obviously the one from the overseer is going to be more important.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little, even with the stock.
Hugo mentioned something about an investigation he wants me to do. He said I should talk to Head of Security Chief Oberlin to find out more. Wouldn't you know it, I already walked down here. Nope. I actually did already walk down here to get a screenshot, but I thought I was still standing there.
What are you planning, Stoltz?
Hey, buddy.
Make it quick.
Can I come back later?
My office is always open if you have something important to bring to my attention.
Okay.
Make it quick.
Any details on the vault itself you can share?
Your assignment does not require knowledge of the vault beyond the immediate area. You will find adequate signage for familiarizing yourself with the premises. Perhaps later, if you prove capable, we can talk in more detail.
Alright, what can you tell me about the residents of Vault 63?
If I had time for idle gossip, I wouldn't be seeking your assistance in the first place. You'll have to speak to someone else.
Well, literally, if you've ever used your Pip-Boy, it puts a little thing in the top corner of your eyeball that tells me I'm supposed to talk to you. Charisma, 6+. Come on, Oberlin. I can't help efficiently without all the info. I haven't even gotten the quest from him yet.
Point taken. Very well. The residents here are still a bit shaken up by recent events. And some less than recent events, for that matter. I'd recommend a light touch. You're not here to babysit. But there's also no need to be resistant to their requests. And unless Mr. Stoltz himself walks in here and says otherwise, I'm not at liberty to disclose anything further.
Well, okay, so what needs doing?
I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security concerns. My more menial tasks have started to slip through the cracks, however. I can tell you're equipped to handle much worse, but tackling some issues from my backlog would be of great service to me, at least as a start. There are 3 in particular who often bring up issues to me. You can start there.
Alright. What can you tell me about those 3?
They are vocal. They'll be more than happy to provide details on themselves.
Okay, I'm not going to say that. Got it. What's first on the list?
There are 3 residents that have been complaining about a myriad of concerns. Margaret, Lawrence, and Julio. Your best bet is to track them down. They're likely lounging about waiting for someone else to handle the hard work. They should have more than enough to keep you busy for the time being. Report back when it's been handled. In the meantime, I have other matters I need to attend to, so please, if you'd excuse me. So you'll be with us for a while. Try not to get underfoot.
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us?
Chief Oberlin wants me to help with issues in Vault 63 that he's too busy to handle. He said I should speak to the Vault dwellers Margaret, Julio, and Lawrence in the residential area for more information. I didn't do too much other exploring. I know there's a key in his office right here. I'm not going to take it yet till I know what to do with it.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little.
But I also found a key card and a couple of other notes that I'm not going to dive into
Nobody
yet.
wants to know us because of the new animals up there. And is it good for eating?
Oh, you're all 3 conveniently sitting in this one place.
You need something?
Guess I'll start with Margaret.
Don't you just hate rude people listening in on private conversations? a stranger. We haven't seen anyone from outside in a while. What brings you here?
Got any gossip?
Now, why would we tell you that, stranger?
Yeah, a real nosy stranger. Hey, Julio, get it? Because they got a nose and we don't.
It ruins the joke when you explain it, Lawrence.
Is there anything else?
What can you tell me about the vault?
That we've spent far too long cooped up here. I can't wait to get back to work.
You said it, sister.
Is there anything else?
So, this whole vault is filled with ghouls?
What's a ghoul?
Is that what they're calling our condition outside? Those bastards.
That means this is a widespread condition and not unique to us.
I suppose we do look ghoulish.
Yep, and ghouls call humans smooth skins.
Smooth skin? That's an interesting way of putting it.
Ooh, I like that. Those smooth-skinned bastards.
If we make contact with the outside again, it wouldn't hurt to use their terminology.
Thanks for the intel. Is there anything else?
Yeah, Oberlin sent me to help. He said you had some tasks for me.
Chief Oberlin's finally getting around to dealing with this, huh? And sending in a stranger to boot. He must have it tough. Yeah, there's a few things we've brought up before. Most of it in the lower levels. Things like strange noises coming from the generator room. People are scared to go check it out in case one of the Lost are in there.
Even with the stockpile from the supply runs.
Oh, also, we have a huge rat problem in the storage room. As in, huge rats. Last time I was on a food run, something jumped right past me and snatched it. Damn near took my arm with it, too.
And, someone should probably take care of Alfie.
Yeah. Alfie was one of us, but his condition got worse until he got us to lock him in his room. He's probably lost his mind by now, but no one could bring themselves to do what needs to be done. You didn't know him, though. If there's anything you could do for him, we'd appreciate it.
Well, seeing as I don't know anything about Alfie, and it would probably be easier to kill him knowing less about him, why don't you go ahead and tell me about Alfie?
Alfie was a good guy. Had a tendency to overdo things, though.
Remember when he skipped work because he wanted to find out if we could still get hangovers after the change?
Yeah, I remember that. I had to take over his shift the next day, that bastard.
His apartment is in the lower levels. The key is still down there. Somewhere. Is there anything else?
What do you think? Why do you think they're lost in the generator room?
We're just guessing, to be honest. Hard to tell why the Lost do anything they do.
We've been hearing whispers and pops like static electricity, which is pretty much exactly what the Lost sound like. We also know what happens when you get too close. They'd kill us as soon as you'd squash a bug.
That's if they don't turn us into one of them first. There's too few of us left now to take a risk like that, but, you look very capable.
Is there anything else?
You're having trouble with a few rad rats in your storage, or are they mole rats? They're probably rad rats.
Rad rats? We'll need to make a note of all these new terms outsiders use.
Vault 63 has lasted.
Since the earthquake, we've been experiencing more and more of the wasteland's wonders. And we're not exterminators, much less seasoned fighters. That's why we put in a security request to deal with it.
They've been left like that for so long. They've probably multiplied by now.
Is there anything else?
I'll see what I can do.
You can get to the lower levels from the elevators just over there. There's also a stairwell down just across the atrium that leads directly to the storage room. Good luck, and thank you.
Good luck down there, and, Welcome to Vault 63.
And then I saw... Do you mind?
Yeah, people who eavesdrop are the worst.
How about some space, buddy? You're standing a little close there.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get.
Kind of want to listen to them, but hold on. The Vault Dwellers want me to investigate the noises coming from the generator room, clear out the rat infestation, and find the key card to Alfie's room so I can, quote, take care, end quote, of him. I better check out the lower atrium, I guess.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
Nope.
Don't you
How
just
about
hate
some
rude
space,
people
buddy?
listening in on private conversations?
Look,
Should
I'm
they start
leaving.
to change things up?
I'm leaving. Pinocchio! Hope there's a bear scene here. Somewhere. Oh, that one's already a skeleton. Oh, I could probably go in here. Oh, this is Alfie's room. Alfie? Well, somewhere down here is Alfie's key card. Good job, Bethesda. Lots of places they could. I was upstairs walking around and I found a locked door that said it needed a key card. I turned around and on the table the key card was right there. And I was just like, come on. They literally could have put it anywhere. They could have hidden it further down. And they put it right here. They could have put it on one of the rats. Alfie, coming in. Better be decent, my dude. Taking your bourbon. Other players up top might need it, because there's a challenge. We have these challenges on our Pip-Boy, Alfie. And they make us do stuff. So... one of them involves drinking 25 alcoholic drinks. Hey, Alfie. Hold on. I don't want to make you suffer too long, so we'll go ahead and... we'll end it quick. Oh, Alfie had a journal. December 4th, 2080. Something or other. Let me mute the background. It's been a while since the bombs dropped, but life in the vault is still pretty crummy. None of us have completely escaped the radiation malarkey, that's for sure. Perhaps if old Stoles had kept his ego on a leash just for once and built a vault that was actually finished on time, then we wouldn't be in this damned mess. Instead, he played up to the clock, making his underground palace. And now we're the ones who have to pay the price. Would it have been so crazy to make sure that we were in the vault when the bombs dropped and not installing some crappy gutters? March 15th, probably. Things aren't improved much and most folks have gotten sick one way or another. But hey, at least we're alive, right? Even if we do look like shriveled raisins, a lotta us have lost our hair, and some sad saps have even lost facial features. I ain't so worried about it, though. Hair or no hair, I'll still be a handsome devil. April 1st. I've got a brilliant idea. Lawrence was running his mouth. As usual. about his college days and how many beers he could drink in 10 minutes. Well, I've challenged him on it. How hard can it be to drink 7 beers in 10 minutes? It's very tiny. It was a 7. Since all this weird radiation stuff, it probably won't even feel it, right? May? These last few days, I've been feeling strange. I keep having outbursts, and I'm afraid of lashing out at the others. I'm not sure if it's the effects from the damned radiation, or if it's because we've been cooped up here for so long. Either way, I don't want to risk hurting anyone else, so I've asked Margaret and the others to lock me in my room permanently. And that's the last one. Didn't I take it off your body? No. What is that? I guess that's to explain why there's so much alcohol in his room, huh? Drinking contest. Glass shards in a duffel bag. Let's go ahead and switch back to this. That makes up for it. Those 40 caps. Glad I killed their friend. Oh, I never unmuted. Hold up. There we go. Let's get that sound back in here. So Alfie's dead. Would have been nice to have a named one, but okay. So we're only 4. That's not too bad. Every other time, the music's just been banging, and now it's all quiet. Look at all these battered clipboards. So they said there was groaning or something coming from in here. And of course, they don't know that ghouls don't attack ghouls. Seems to just be rad roaches? Hold on, wasn't there a door down here? A room, I mean? Oh, that they told me there was one that led straight to the. I got it. Terminal. Temperature control override. Incorrect clearance level to perform this action. Do not attempt to perform actions without the correct clearance level. Contact a superior immediately. Oh, no. Oops. Manual reactor shutdown. Oh wait, add extra stuff. Continued attempts to perform these actions will result in escalation of the security team. Okay. Raise clearance level. You really thought that was gonna work, dummy. Get off the terminal before you kill us all. Remote door control. Open door. I have the authority to open the doors, but I don't have the authority to do anything else. Why is there an ash pile? It's not an ash pile, that's just a pile. Closer. Perfect. Oh, come on. How did one of you survive? Oh, there were rats in here as well. I'm just taking rats for days, aren't I? Before I do the last one and potentially spawn something that might try to kill me, we'll look around, realize there's nothing, and we'll go ahead and fix it. Now that I've dealt with all of the problems in the lower levels, I should return back to the Vault Dwellers, Margaret, Julio, and Lawrence, to get them to let them know that I've been successful. Why? Oh, for some reason all of the stuff scattered. Okay. All the rat guts and whatever scattered everywhere.
You smell something weird? How about some space, buddy? You're standing a little close there.
Don't you just hate
You need
rude
something?
people listening in on private conversations? Welcome back. How are things going?
All of the issues should be taken care of. What's next?
We're sorry that you had to be the one to deal with all of that.
Yeah, it's good to know there are still people outside, especially people who are capable.
Thanks. We couldn't have done it ourselves. Is there anything we can do for you?
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
Any chance you can tell me more about the people in charge?
Well, we're not really ones to gossip.
Not with outsiders, anyway. But you're all right.
Maybe we can share a few details.
I don't see why not. What did you want to know?
What can you tell me about Hugo?
Strict but fair. He runs a tight ship. As long as you hit your deadlines and don't cause problems, he's actually pretty pleasant.
But you don't want to find yourself on his bad side. I heard he was a pretty ruthless businessman before his overseer days. I doubt he's actually changed all that much. Just don't mention his, condition. It's kind of a sensitive subject.
You have to be in the business world, especially in wartime. He's always been pretty respectful during the rounds and inspections, especially when Cassidy was around. Say what you will about the man, it's clear he would do anything for his wife. He was head over heels for her.
She did keep him level-headed. She just up and disappeared one day. I hope she's doing well wherever she is.
Is there anything else?
What can you tell me about Oberlin?
He's friendly, but can be dismissive. He does his best to keep things safe and orderly, but we can see he kind of resents it. Especially having to work for Overseer Stoltz. We just haven't figured out why, other than being overworked. The Overseer seems to be keeping him extra busy lately. particularly after everything that's been going on.
It's refreshing.
He's always been friendly. Heck, even used to be fun. Would always be up to party after work. Now, though, huge stick in the mud. Can't say I blame the guy, but last few years, he's been more, what's the word?
Boring.
Cold. Bottled up. Like a shaken Nuka-Cola ready to burst.
Is there anything else?
What's life like in the vault?
Well, it used to be a lot busier. We'd take the rail line to work in the different wings each day. Then there was the accident, which, honestly, we still don't know much about. After that, most folks we knew became what we call the Lost. And the Overseer became, well... Oh, and then there was the earthquakes recently. That destroyed any way of easily reaching the other wings, even if we wanted to fight them back from the Lost.
It's not all bad. We got food, shelter, safety, and space. It'll sure be nice to be able to get back to work, but just think of it as an extended vacation.
I'm more worried about how much work we'll have to catch up on when things get back to normal. If they ever get back to normal.
We tried to keep working here in the atrium, even outside the vault, but in the end we just stopped. Been locked in here a while now, and looks like nothing's changing until that storm outside passes.
That's all, thanks.
Is there anything else?
Can you put in a good word for me with Oberlin?
Yeah, we'll spread the word that you are someone trustworthy. Thanks again for all the help. You're all right, outsider.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure.
You need something?
Yeah, I need you guys to all stop talking. Looks like I managed to impress those vault dwellers by dealing with the problems in the lower atrium. They said they would put in a good word for me with Oberlin too. Speaking of which, I should report back and inform him of my success.
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accident.
If I hadn't already lost my hair, I'd be tearing it out right now. You're back. I hope you have good news for me.
I've dealt with all of the requests.
Well, color me surprised. Good work. With that out of the way, I'll be able to focus on the more important matters, like dealing with the chaos going on outside of this vault. I don't suppose that those three had anything interesting to say while you were helping them?
There were a few things.
I see. Those are the rumors going around. I appreciate your honesty. Still, it can be hard for people to know who to trust. But enough about that. Now that you've helped me out, is there anything I can help you with?
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
She's yelling at me? So, what's next on the list? I guess I can't ask him for anything.
First, your reward. I'll arrange for something from our armory. I'm sure you'll find a good use for it in the future. I'm sure I'll... It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you. It's good to have someone reliable to count on again. Maybe now we can start fixing things around here.
It kind of just cut him off, so he didn't finish what he was going to say. But, oh well. He gave me a new weapon. The Vault 63 shock baton.